Hello, everybody. Welcome. Rose, psychic investigator. Okay. So, guys, I don't know why it's taken me so long to record the video. I know there's a lot going on, and I had so many insights throughout the day. I talked to Corinne a couple of times today about everything that's going on, and I hope I can translate everything that I get here. Okay, so I need to get a couple, I always forget my crystals, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's do the protection. I like to ask for protection. A beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head, huh? As I breathe in, I feel my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle, I step into it. I step into it, I feel protected. I step into it, I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that it create the good and only the good. So it is. Okay. So so I think it's it's getting closer to that time of the month. And so that's honestly why I was delayed today. Uh so anyway, there's so much to talk about. What was that? So it's I guess started yesterday, remember when I posted here on the under the posts section that JD Vance was supposedly working behind the scenes to consolidate power, right? So that's part one. Part two, because part one really is the fact that he gave an interview to USA Today. I watched it. I don't want you to have to watch it again because it's not worth it. But you can look it up. There was a lot of talk about this. So in this interview, he was asked about Trump's health. And he said, "Oh, I think he's a great president. He's a wonderful president. But in case, God forbid, but if something were to happen, I'm ready to take it to take over, something like that." And he was clearly so thirsty for power. He was so just delighted to be saying that. It was very obvious. And when you think about Trump, we all know this about him, right? He doesn't like to be challenged like that. He hates people that want to have more attention and more power than he has. And there's JD Vance making that statement. And he hasn't said anything since, right? So that's yesterday. Now today, and also yesterday, there were the watchers saying that he hadn't been seen in public since Tuesday. And today there were these photos published. Honestly, I don't know that I trust those photographs. Apparently, one was like he was far away, in some golf thing, and the others, I don't know. Honestly, because there was another thing that showed me there was a duplicate photo. So let's just say unconfirmed. I do think that Trump is alive for sure, but I think he's not doing well at all. Part one. Now, it's interesting here, the ambulance. It's kind of interesting for me. Isn't it? It's almost like coincidence. Is it? Is it coincidence? Huh? Huh? Okay. So, so anyway, I hear ambulances here. Oh, very, don't you think it's very apt? Very apt, very apt, apt, apt. Okay. All right. Now let's go back here. So today again, like I said, there is nothing. And then Corina was feeling like her body was like she was in like a lot of pain, and there was like how she's like a radar, right? She picks up on a lot of things, and so it would ask a lot of questions today. And then we had another call later on this evening, and more information. So okay, how do I even start here? Um, okay, there's a lot that I picked up. She picked up also, but from what I picked up, I saw. So I picked up on this energy that Trump realizes that JD Vance is almost ready to take his power. He's furious, but he doesn't know quite what to do or how to do anything about it. I also picked up that I saw Peter Thiel meeting with JD Vance, and he's like, Peter, we're almost ready. Yeah, it's almost done. It's great. And then I see that they're talking, or was it? I think they were what they was meeting, or like it was the phone. That's right. Was having a conversation because okay. The point of this is them talking, and then I hear this click that their cell phone. Like I think they were talking on cell phones, to be honest. And I hear there was a weird click on the phone, and they both realized that they were being listened to, that their phones were bugged, and that suddenly it dawned on them that there was something going on, that they were being watched, and that things were not going the way they expected they would go. So, so this is part one, okay, of this. That they're so excited, and then they realize they're being watched, they're being listened to, and of course, I would think that people who are in politics like that happens all the time, right? Because many intelligence agencies of different countries, whatever. But in this case, it's as if they knew that there was something nefarious. Nefarious, not nefarious, is good because they're protecting us, right? Whoever's listening to them. So then, so this is that. Now, I did do, I took a picture of that. It's guys, I didn't. Long story. I took a picture. I did a grand tableau reading, and I took a picture of it. It's over there. Let's see. Actually, let me see if it has imported into my photos thing here. I don't know that it's so. Let's see. Just one second. Yeah, it has. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me. Um, okay, sorry. Okay. So anyway, we'll keep talking as I fix this. I'm sorry, it's not going to be great. It's not the purpose of teaching or anything like that. Obviously, because I was going to like import every single one of the cards into the program, and I'm like, nope. Okay, so just one second. Okay, okay. Sorry, okay. Now I have to turn it. Okay, yeah, it looks a little weird. So okay, I can. Okay, and even has the time here. So I'm going to share with you in a little bit. So I did do this Lenormand about the whole situation, and it was extremely interesting because it's funny, and I was telling Corinne, I wrote down before I did this that Kamala is the woman, the man is Trump, JD Vance is the child, Peter Thiel is the snake, and the military is represented by the Tower card. This is in Lenormand, right? So I just want to show you. You know what? I might as well just show you. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so hello, hello. So I know, guys, I hope you don't mind. Okay, this is interesting for me. No. So, okay, so this is about what's going on today, right? And all those things. So I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but just to show you um, some very interesting things. So let's see if I can. Okay, does it make? No, it doesn't. Oh, that's too bad. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna share again because I just took a screenshot because that was a different. Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, now and then I'll be able to. That's right. Then I can. Okay, so all right. So this is a screenshot. Okay, so you could see here. There's a card here that is the number one. Okay, where there's a horse. That's in the fourth house. The fourth house is the house is actually the White House. So news about the White House. Okay. And then when we look for the house, actually here it is, the White House, number four, on the third card on the first column. This card is sitting on the house 19, which is the house of the tower that I talked to you guys about. So the White House is sitting in the house of the so by the way, I signed the tower card for the military. I think I may have said it. So the White House is sitting in the place of the like on the house of the military. So the military is in, so there's news about the White House, and the White House is being under review by the military, right? So then when another connection here is that here is the number one again, the position of the White House. Right below it is the military that I have assigned to the card of the 19, which is the tower. And 10, 11, 12, 13. So, and what's interesting is the military is sitting on J.D. Vance's house. So the military, so you see how fascinating this connection is. So they're reviewing him, and the White House is being reviewed by the military. Does it make sense? So you see that the military seems to be very, very present. And here, your news about the military, the book is secret, the military secret coming out, the military history, because they may be coming out. Now, granted, there is this thing happening in Venezuela. They're trying to distract, I think. They're trying to go after Venezuela, which is honestly foolish, because we know that Russia is very close to Venezuela as well. It's a distraction thing, if you ask me. Okay. Now we see here, then let's go back to J.D. Vance. Now, J.D. Vance, you look here, he's at the very bottom, number 13, the child, and he's sitting at the house of lots of money or lots of votes. Okay. And an important card that we have here, which in a situation like this of removal, is a scythe, right? It's something that removes, that cuts, that's sudden, it could be dangerous. But here it is, something coming out leads to a removal through talking about the child. So you see, if we do this, what's called a mirroring technique, talk about the votes, cutting, you see, this is permanent, this is a growth, is also permanent, something spiritual. So it looks like he is positioning himself to get something that he may not end up actually getting. Okay. And then there's, what is the other thing I wanted to show you? So Peter Thiel here is in the position of the man. The man is Trump. So Thiel is visiting the house of Trump. Okay. And he's also sitting, this is 35, is in the house of the snake. The snake is Thiel. So he's angling for permanence. But here it is. Permanence deal ends because we have the coffin. Okay. And the coffin is sitting in the house of invitation, which is bouquet. And it's here. So, okay, guys, I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. I hope not. But this is all telling the story to me here. The first card is the fox. The fox is treachery. Treachery, invitation for the boss becomes news. So then we have the happiness card is in the house of opportunity, which is a clover. Let's see, where's clover? Here is an interesting elderly man. So they're tricking him into doing something. But what's interesting is that as there's an offer, so the coffin is saying is an offer. So an offer creates an ending, whether it's an offer or an invitation for Trump or J.D. Vance, it will create an ending. Okay. Now, then we look here, the ending, the card, this is a letter, right? A document about the ending related to Kamala. Kamala has the tree of life, and this is also a card of mysticism, health. So you see, and she's on if you analyze the position of all the different players, the first one here is Peter Thiel. Then we have Trump. Then J.D. Vance comes next, but the person who comes last in a good way is Kamala. Okay. So does it make sense, guys? There's a lot to talk about here, but ultimately, it looks like to me, and okay, another just looking at something very interesting here too, is here secret, right? And secrets, okay, so there were, okay, so 19, 20, 21, 22. Now, 22 is the house of election and the secret about an election, right? So blocking what's something under the clouds, secret under the clouds about foreign, this is a ship, and the secret from foreigners about Trump related to the election. And the friend, the 18 card is the dog, friend next to Kamala Harris. So I hope this, guys, I don't want to get into it. It's very detailed, right? So what the card suggests, broadly speaking, is that the military is already involved. And when I talked to Karina today, later, I felt like it has already started. It's a very beginning. They are monitoring the location of all the players. And I see this somewhere, something secret happening. Secret meaning like they're monitoring all these people, a lot of people already. They need to know where they are so they can, when the time comes, to get to the point to stop them. So, okay, so that's the story. I know. So the bottom line is, I don't think Trump is dead. I think he's incapacitated. I think he's going to be alive when this whole thing unravels. And I do not think that JD Vance, it may seem like he is ready to take power. I don't think he will. And then, guys, tomorrow, I know I keep saying this, but tomorrow for sure, it came out, I think, was it today or yesterday? And it tells me it's not a coincidence. These letters, emails between Ehud Barak, the former prime minister of Israel, and Epstein, in which Epstein discusses meetings with Peter Thiel. And think about it. Why would it come out now? Why are the relationships between Peter Thiel and Epstein coming out now? Because some people don't want him to take power. Because think about it. JD Vance is just a tool. The person really making decisions here is Peter Thiel, and we know he's very connected to Russia. So does it make sense what I'm saying, guys? It's like it ain't over until it's over. And but I really think that things have started, and they may accelerate far faster than we think. Okay, that's just my sense, and I just don't see him taking power. Okay. And this whole Venezuela thing, I don't, guys, Venezuela is like, I don't know much about Venezuela. Like it's a jungle. Remember Vietnam, how that worked out? It's not gonna work. Okay. I really don't think it will work. Even if this makes sense. It's just like, no, I don't think it's gonna work out. Okay. Um, and uh and I think Trump is did you see that he's trying the partner of defense is gonna turn into the partner of war? It's all distraction from the whole Epstein situation. And oh, and I get actually I see, even though I don't know why he comes to me, he's like, yeah, where is he? Yeah. Hannah, yeah, I know a whole lot about those guys. Yeah, I know a whole lot about them. So, okay. Wow. Interesting. So honestly, that's what I'm saying. Oh, and then did you see the pizza meter or something like that? They had the consumption of pizzas around the Pentagon, and there was a lot of activity on Friday. Um, okay. So just going back here, guys. So the bottom line is this: Trump is alive. He is now doing very well. I think that attempt to change power is imminent, and that's when S could hit the fan. Okay. I just don't see him, like I said. And this is like the information about the election. You see that the information about the election is going to come out as JD Vance gets ready. That's what I think. And the other thing that I think I showed you in the reading is that the dog. Oh, let me show you this. It's so good. Okay, let's see here. Because it's so interesting. Again, I know I've said this before and we don't know timing, it's complicated, but I think it's a timing situation in a way that we don't expect. Okay, so let's see here if I can really zoom in. Okay, so you see here, okay, look how interesting. Okay, sorry, let me just go back a little bit more. So you see the card 20. Oh, here it is. Look, for the ship here is like something foreign. 28, the man Trump, foreign man Trump, like US was foreign election, foreign man Trump election, friend, and the dog is a friend, and 29 is Kamala. Now, where is this sitting? Kamala is in the letter, the house of the letter, the document. That's 27. 26 here, where 18 is the house of secrets. And here, 25 is the deal, some sort of deal, right? So deal about the election. Friend has secrets, documents related to Kamala. Okay, so I could even interpret that the dog here, the friend, could be our allies, right? NATO and such. And what's interesting to think about it, right, is that what, so here is the 27 is the letter. The letter is in the house 18. What is the house 18? The house of the dog, the house of the friend. So the friend has the document about Kamala. Okay, and so here is this document creates an ending. And if you look at this, 36 is a burden, something guilty, something really can be sometimes tragic. So the tragedy or the guilt is recognized through the letter, right? So I think there's a lot that's going to come out here, to be honest with you, and a lot of things will happen. Okay, and the ending is related to the invitation, right? Because the house of the coffin is in the position of the invitation. And what's interesting also is that here the ring number 25 is what the ring is as a card related to jobs, right? So it's like the job is over because it's not only is it next to the coffin, it's sitting in the house of the coffin, and the ring is recognized by the NATO, right? The deal is recognized by NATO, and it involves money or votes because 34 could also mean a lot of votes. So you understand, like that's what feels like very exciting to me here. Okay, so that's where we are. I mean, it's very unpredictable what we're experiencing. I still feel like we could see Trump in public, but I think I don't know if I'll title this video but I'm gonna say it has begun. That's my feeling that things have started. And it may take a couple of weeks for everything to play out. But I think the process has started. Obviously, JD Vance is already like, oh yeah, I'm taking over. I'm very legitimate. I am Peter's boyfriend, just so you know. hmm I'm Aryan. I have blue eyes. I'm pudgy. I'm taking Ozempic, so I'm skinny right now, but normally I have a little meat on my bones. So, all right. So I'm gonna go, guys. Okay. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye bye.